Now, oh my God, a lot went on yesterday and the night before. I have not uploaded in like 2 days. I apologize sincerely, but bro, let's get into it. Let's not waste no more time. First of all, the playing games. Holy, those playing games were actually very, very entertaining. The last two games I would say were entertaining. I mean, the Pelicans went up against the Thunder, lost. Um, and then we saw the Timberwolves. They had another chance to try to make it into the play-in. They got in. The Bulls, they had a chance to get into the play-in. They pretty much like I don't even understand, bro. I genuinely don't get it. They lost, and the thing is that they were doing so good and they were playing so good and they had their offense, their defense, or whatever. But then they go up against the Heat and it just like all that disappears. And then they let Max Strus go off for 31 points. I think that's a career high for him. He also had like 7 threes. 6 of them came in the first half. 4 of them came in the first quarter. And Jimmy Butler scored like 13 of his 31, I think, in the fourth quarter. And then their last bucket was a three from Kobe White, and then after that, they just never scored again. And that was it. And for the Timberwolves going up against the Thunder for the play-in spot, I like what Cat did. The third quarter, he just took over, scored 11 straight points, just from Cat. And that's the type of games they're going to need from him, bro. They need him to be dominant. They need him to score. If the Timberwolves want any chance to even win a single game in the playoffs or in the play-in, Karl-Anthony Towns has to go off. He has to take over at least one quarter, if not two. And Anthony Edwards has to be on time in two. That's it. Simple. And now let's get into the actual playoff games. Boom. So last day, I should say, because we had playoff games started at like 12 o'clock p.m. At least for me in the East. And to be honest with you, we had the Sixers go up against the Nets, and to me, that's not an interesting series. Like, I got the Sixers winning. I got the Sixers sweeping this. At most, they might, it might be a 5-game series, but I got the Sixers winning this. I just don't think that the Nets have anything to compete with the Sixers. I mean, I love Mikal, and he had like 30 points in the first game, and, it was like, I think the Nets only put out like 101 to like 120 something. And he's gonna need a lot more help. He's gonna need a lot more than that if the Nets want, to win at least one game. And the Sixers, I mean, they just pretty much overpowered in this series. They have Joel Embiid, James Harden, Tyrese Maxey. I mean, Tobias Harris can go off whenever is necessary. I give him like a game or two where he's gonna have at least 20 points. And then they have 3-point shooters. DeAnthony Melton, he could go off and give you like 15 points. So this Sixers team is actually really, really, really good. And in the first game, Joel Embiid and James Harden pretty much did it all. I mean, they came out, they showed what, we wanted to see from them. I mean, this duo, this combination of the both of them really performed the first game. And I believe they play again today. So we'll see how that turns out. As if right now they are winning. As if right now they look good. They look like they're gonna sweep this series. And like honestly, bro, I'm just happy for them. Next series, the Celtics go up against the Hawks. Honestly, I don't even know what to say. Like, I expect the Celtics to beat the Hawks. The Hawks should not be able to compete with the Celtics if they win a game. I mean, a lot of people got them winning at least one game. I don't have them winning a single game. I think the Celtics is gonna sweep this. I think is over. I think the Celtics got it in the bag. I mean, Jason Tatum didn't even lead the team in scoring. It was Jaylen Brown. I believe he had like 29 points and a double-double. And Jason Tatum wasn't that far off. He had like 25 points. And, the rest of the team pretty much came out and did what they did. Marcus Smart, I believe, had 11, 7, and 7. So, everybody did their part. Everybody showed up. Derek White had a good game. And the Celtics should sweep this series. Now, everybody's probably like, oh, why are you speeding by this series? It's because I feel like there's just going to be sweeps, and it's just not that much to talk about. Now, our next game, we had the Cavs go up against the Knicks. Now, this is one of my favorite series of the first round. I mean, I feel like these two teams match up with each other really, really well. I mean, we have, Julius Randle, Jalen Brunson, um, RJ Barry whenever he wants to wake up and start scoring and start playing ball. But Emmanuel Quickly, the rest of the Knicks team, I feel like they really match up well with Donovan Mitchell, Darius Garland, Evan Mobley, Jared Allen, and the rest of the Cavs team. I feel like they can really go head to head and toe to toe and pound for pound. And I feel like that the way both of these teams play defense and the way that they score, it just like is a good matchup with one another. And Julius Randle, he's a big body, and then you got Evan Mobley and Jared Allen, two 7-footers in the paint, protecting the paint, and then you got like, they usually have a third 7-footer in the lineup, so that'll be interesting to see. And then Donovan Mitchell playing in the Garden, that's also interesting to watch. Knicks came out first game, they stole it from the Cavs, took home court advantage away from the Cavs, and they did what they were supposed to do. They performed, they showed up, they showed out, and they say that a series does not start until the road team wins on the road. Well, the road team has won on the road, the home team lost one at home, and now the series has officially started. I believe the Cavs played today as well, so in my opinion, this is a must-win game, or they're going to go down 2-0, and that's not a good look. And then I'm not gonna lie to you, I expect a lot more out the Cavs. Like, I expect them to compete more. I really would like if this series would go like 7, but I really gotta go in 6. If it goes 7, that'll be amazing. I would love this if we get a 7-game series out of these two teams. If not, hopefully 6. Then our next series, we had the Kings go up against the Warriors, and the Kings won their first game since I don't even know when. I believe since like 2006. So they came out, they scored, and they won. And to be honest with you, exactly what I said was going to happen happened. The Kings are going to have to just play the playoffs as if like they're out here trying to outscore every single team, because defense is obviously not a factor here. It's obviously not one of their strengths. So as long as they can find a way to outscore the Warriors every single game, or at least in 4 of the 7 games, they'll be able to win. They won this game by 3 points, and De'Aaron Fox came out, and he pretty much scored 29 of his, I believe, 38 points in the second half. And anytime a player does that, you pretty much expect them to win. Steph missed a game-tying shot, and, the Warriors honestly have been terrible on the road, so if they're able to steal one here in game 2, that would be amazing. The series will be officially started. They'll take home court advantage away from the Kings, and it'll have to go back to Sacramento, obviously, in terms of like they will have to, the pressure's on them now, and now they have to go to the Warriors home and try to get 2 in a row and see how that turns out for them. I mean, like I said, defense. Both of these teams are very interesting with defense. Ironic, actually, and kind of crazy to say about the Warriors that their defense can be a huge factor in this. But yeah, defense is really big in this, and turnovers too are really huge, especially for the Warriors. And then we get to our next series. Now, at this point, we're on day 2 of the playoffs, and we are talking about last night, which was the Sunday. And to start it off, I mean, the Lakers go up against the Grizzlies, and we all expected the Lakers. I mean, a lot of people are saying they expect the Lakers to win. A lot of people expecting the Lakers to lose. Me personally, I got the Lakers winning this series, and I got them winning last night's game, which they did. I mean, they came out, they were playing. In the first half, I mean, if you would have watched, you would have thought the Lakers are up by like at least 5 to 10 points. No, they were down by like 6 points in the first half. Anthony Davis gets injured. He's gone. He goes to the locker room. Everybody's going crazy. Oh my God, AD's down. AD's injured. What is going to happen now? Is the Lakers, playoff hope is done? Are they not going to be able to make a run now? Can they even push this to 6, 7 games? and then he comes back in the second half. He scores like 6 points in the second half. But the biggest part of this game is not even Anthony Davis. It's really Austin Reeves, obviously, and Rui Hachimura off the bench with 29 points. I believe that is the first Laker to have 29 points off the bench since Magic Johnson. That is insane. But yeah, 29 points off the bench. I could tell LeBron was excited. LeBron was happy to have him yesterday. I know he was, he was probably hugging him in the locker room. He was probably praising him all game, all night, all day. He's probably still praising him right now. He's probably texting the group chat, just chatting and talking about how nice and how much he appreciates Rui Hachimura and Austin Reeves. Because I am telling you, yesterday they needed them on offense, and they showed up and showed out. Because LeBron only had like 21, 22 points. AD also had like 22 points, but the others showed up and they showed out. John Morant injured his wrist. He was gone. He had to go to the locker room. It was honestly a bad injury, to be honest with you. Like, looking at it first time, it was terrible. Hope he's good. Hopefully he comes back soon, but I don't think he's gonna be available for game 2 at least, bro. There's no way he comes back for game 2 after that. If he does, he's a superhero. He's Iron Man for this team. Jaren Jackson Jr. had like 30 something points. Honestly, it just was not enough to take down the Lakers. I mean, the Lakers came back from behind and they won the game, and they pretty much outscored the Grizzlies, which is not something that I expected. I expected the Grizzlies to really, hold the Lakers down and pretty much win and, at least compete. And to be honest, like, I got the Lakers winning the series, okay? And I got them winning last night's game, right? But I also understand that LeBron has a habit of losing game ones of playoff series. And that is why I kind of still had the Grizzlies winning. I kind of still gave them a chance. But it obviously did not happen. And honestly, I don't expect LeBron to be on a first round exit 2 times in a row. It's just not happening. I'm sorry. It's not LeBron. It's just not. He's not gonna go out like that. And if he does, Father Time is kicking in, buddy. But next series, we have the Heat go up against the Bucks, and oh my God, injuries are already starting in the league. They are taking down some of the greatest players in the playoffs right now. I mean, John Morant, like I said, is down. This game, Giannis takes a hard fall and he's out. He tries to come back in and play, could not do it. He goes back to the locker room with a lower back contusion, and pretty much, bro, the Heat just had it after that. I mean, the Bucks tried to push back and they cut it to 5, and the Heat brought it all the way back to like 13 points, and after that, it was just over. There was no hope for the Bucks whatsoever, and the Heat won the game. I don't expect them to win the series. I mean, and that's me saying, like, obviously expecting Giannis to come back, but if they do win the series, shout out to them, bro. And it'll be one of the biggest upsets in NBA history. I mean, it'll be the 8th seed knocking down the 1 seed, and the 8th seed honestly has been playing terrible this year. So if they're able to knock down the Bucks and take them out the playoffs, hats off, bro, honestly. But if not, I mean, the Bucks coming in, taking care of business, doing what they're supposed to do. You know what I'm saying? And, it is what it is. Timberwolves go up against the Nuggets. Nuggets beat the Timberwolves. Not too much to say about this. I expect the Nuggets to beat the Timberwolves. They're supposed to beat the Timberwolves. I'm sorry. Just too much star power on the Nuggets. And, Timberwolves don't really got anybody. I mean, you could say Cat, you could say Anthony Edwards. But other than that, Mike Conley's too old. And the rest of them are not that great. And then on top of that, there are 2 guys in Cat and Anthony Edwards are really hit or miss sometimes. They don't always show up. So that could be a thing. The Suns go up against the Clippers, and they are, I mean, it was one of the best games of the night. It was one of the best games we've seen so far. Russell Westbrook super clutch block on D-Book. That's how the Clippers won it. Kawhi, 38 points, I believe he had. What a way to start off the series, and ruin one one of, if not the best defensive game from Devin Booker. But it is what it is. This is the playoffs. This is how things are supposed to go. It's supposed to be interesting. Suns lose home court advantage as if right now. So now they have to win game 2 so that they don't go down 2-0. And they have to go to LA and win those 2 from the Clippers. So we'll see how that turns out. We'll see how that goes. It's enough of me rambling and chatting. It's time for y'all. Let me know what y'all think down below. Like, comment, subscribe, and share. This is Real Talk with E, and it's time to leave the locker room. I'm going to catch y'all. Safety.
Irving puts it up. It's good. Kyrie Irving from downtown.
The officials have to review it. And the Lakers win the game. Banks it in. He banks in the 3.
To win it. Good. That's why he's NBA All-Defensive Team. Adebayo, sky high with the block and rejection. This is for the win. Got it. Wow. At 7, working against Butler, got down.